This is Boxing Tickets NI. We're here at the National Stadium for a night of champions. Delighted to be joined by victorious Eoghan Lavin, who gets his first stoppage as a pro in Ireland. Obviously, your last one was in England. You now have one on home soil. How did that feel?
Yeah, good. Look, it's brilliant to do it in front of not just my own big crowd, but obviously the broader Irish crowd that know me from being an amateur, and they were loud. When I come out, they were very loud. I felt they were anyway. So it's good just to put on the performance in front of them, and hopefully we got a lot more activity in Ireland, and hopefully all going well. We'll have some big Queensbury shows back here soon.
It's a one thing sometimes, like whenever you're based sort of both sides of the pond, obviously training in England, sometimes you forget about your home roots and then you leave it too late and sort of people's going, we haven't really been here. You've got to mix it up 3 times now. You've been in Belfast, Dublin, Waterford, getting maybe a wee bit closer to Mayo.
Yeah, look, Dublin's not too bad, 2.5 from us, but Mayo will be Mayo. Mayo will be massive when it does happen. It will happen, but there's no rush. I suppose when you turn over first, you want everything to happen straight away. I think the fights in the belt now, it's just I'll fight whoever, wherever, and just keep building up the ladder, and eventually we'll get to big nights in Mayo.
I know you've been sort of frustrated maybe in the background, sort of there are a couple of fight cards you're maybe supposed to be on, sort of doesn't work out sometimes. That's the annoying part sometimes of boxing, but in years to come they'll go, why did we not do this because this guy's a special talent? Is that annoying for you because you maybe want to be a bit more active? That's your 5th fight in under a year, but you maybe want another 1 or 2?
There is like it's fights that you've been given that then come away from you. There's some big fights, and there has been some big fights that fell through, and some step-up fights that fell through. And obviously I'm very ambitious, so I'm very ambitious to step up and take them big fights and the big shows against other prospects and 50-50 fights. I'm there for all that. Look, I'm a fighter, I suppose. I just want to fight. That's why I have a good team around me that will think outside of just how a fighter thinks. In my head, I'll fight whoever they want me to fight. Anthony believes I'm good enough that we'll tweak things and we can beat whoever that's on. But obviously there is them frustrations, but it's professional boxing, it's a business. So there's always going to be them frustrations. But it was brilliant to get in Jay's show, it's been brilliant to deal with, and great that Queensbury have allowed me to they're not just sticking me off shows and saying, no, we'll get you a fight. They're actually allowing me to get on a show like this and looking after me. And hopefully we're back on the big Queensbury show next.
It's a good profile boost for you, sort of getting to fight in these cards at home. Obviously Pro Box, obviously JP Promotions. You're sort of getting that good mix. And I'd say it's the basing yourself a lot in Ireland, because sometimes it's hard unless they have a big name. Obviously we know Anto's obviously out in 4 weeks' time in Nottingham. Obviously him defending his belt away in his opponent's yard, but that's the way boxing works sometimes. But like it's when you can get the opportunity to fight at home, you're always going to take them if Queensbury allow you to.
Definitely, it's like, look, you mentioned about Anto fighting away. Tickets, you need to do big tickets, and obviously Leewood does big tickets, so that's why it's over there. And fighting on home soil on these shows gives me a boost that when my next fight comes in Ireland, people have seen that, been that, thought, oh yeah, great, we'll go and watch that, they'll buy a ticket. It's not so much just building a fan base, but it's building a trust base where people think, yeah, we'll go to, that'll be a good show, we'll go to him. So it's an entertainment business, and just have to put on entertainment that people will come back, and then promoters will put the shows on wherever the money's made. That's how it's done.
There's a show obviously happening, Kieran Malloy obviously show happening at the end of June. That's not too far away from Mayo. I've done the sort of drive, it's not too far away, it's about an hour. Well, it depends how fast you drive I suppose, but it's not too far away. Like, would that be something you could maybe look at? I guess GBN, you've worked, Queensbury happy to work with anybody, like would you be happy to go, obviously I think it's going to be outdoors, maybe Pearse Stadium, end of June, like would that be too soon for you? Would you be happy I guess to go on that card?
No, hopefully I'll be out in the May, start of June anyways. Look, we were looking at in the May, but look, I'll sit down with Queensbury and see what they want to do with my management. I'll be ready to go straight away. I'll go again next week. So there's nothing too soon. I actually hadn't heard about that show, but
I think it's 28th of June, I think.
Yeah, I know Kieran well. Hopefully I'll possibly be out before that. But I know Kieran well. I sparred him years ago as amateurs, and showed to be a great show. I went to his show in Galway before. To be honest with me, I'm happy to box anywhere. they just tell
Have
me,
gloves will travel.
I'd say have gloves, have some shoes, I'll travel as long as I'm paid. I'm paid not by. So whatever's next, whether it be in Galway, whether it be in Germany, I don't really care. But the closer to home, the better.
That's 2 stoppages now as a pro, 1 to the head, 1 to the body. It's probably more significant sometimes when you can do it to the body. I guess that shows the powers there. Like, you can really build confidence off that as well. They know that you can hit someone to your best shot and they're going to go down.
Yeah, look, I'll hurt anyone's body, and I will hurt. And as they step me up, I'll hurt them, but as they step me up, it's kind of where the levels are. I go to the body really well, I finish up the head really well, and not as out as amateur to the body. So we work on everything, leaving no stone unturned. In this game, if you have an area where you're weaker on, you're going to get found out. For me, progressing, you're going to mix up everything, from box to the back four, whatever it may be. Someone like that, I think, took a little bit in the back foot, brought him onto the shot, and yeah, it's good confidence. See, some of these, I remember in my debut, box is tough Russian man, and I come out thinking, I don't know, maybe I don't hit hard, because I didn't stop him, and I was like, I couldn't tell if I was hurting him or not. And I spoke to him after and he said, oh, you hit very hard. He said, you're going to knock the lads out. I said, how come you didn't budge? This is my game, this is what I do. He said, I get paid not to show I'm hurt. Should have hit him hard, should have kept hitting him, then I would have put him down. But as they step me up over rounds, they step up in the points, and we'll see how, when I'm in the real 50-50 fights, that's where I think the real power will show and the real demolition job will come out.
Finally, obviously, because I know you're going to want to go and celebrate with everybody bought tickets and everything else, obviously too, the friends, the family, and obviously everybody has bought a ticket and come and support you. Obviously, they're a vital part of this journey. You know, obviously when you dream to fight in America and things like that in the future, you'll bring them along with you, but I'm sure you want to give them a special thanks.
As I said, like, there's nothing without them. This is an entertainment business. Without people entertained, we're hard to work. So without people coming, supporting, making noise, making atmosphere, that will bounce on to bigger nights, bigger atmospheres. Without the sponsors backing you throughout, as professional boxers, you get paid after you fight. Without the sponsors backing you, very little. I'm very blessed to be working with big names in the industry. And I'm blessed to have good backing of people from Mayo, spread out now from all over, doing tickets everywhere now, and I have really good support. So without that, there is nothing. So I'm always very grateful.
Well, Eoghan, obviously it's a pleasure. Obviously, the next time you speak, you'll already have been a pro and fought for over a year. So, congratulations, obviously moving to 5-0, another brilliant stoppage win, and hopefully we'll catch up with you soon.
Gentlemen, and look, thank you as always. Without yourselves and the other ones in the industry, it's very hard to get your name out there. So we're all just down the road.
Well, thanks for your time, and we'll catch up soon.
Gentlemen, thank you.